Colors and fonts in CSS. We have already seen how to set colors using CSS. The CSS font properties define the font family, boldness, size, and the style of text. Fonts set all the font properties in one declaration. Font family specifies the font family for text. Font size specifies the font size of text. Font style specifies the font style for the text. Font variant specifies whether or not a text should be displayed in a small caps font. Font weight specifies the weight of the font. We'll get to know better these particular attributes of for font in CSS with the help of a small demo. As you can see here, let's start with the declarations. You can find that all the elements or the CSS styling is done inside a tag called as style. So this is the start of the style and this is the end of the style. Now, if you can see that for all the paragraph are being used as 14 pixels. Px here means pixels. So if you use any tag called as p, they will be rendered in 14 pixels. If you use any h2, it will be rendered in 30 pixels. If you use any h1, it will be rendered in 40 pixels. So the classes are also created for paragraphs. The serif, when p.serif is specified, the font family that is used is Times New Roman, Times, or serif. So font family can have multiple values. So if it tries to render using one family, if it does not, it uses the second one. So similarly, p.sans serif uses the font family as these three fonts. Similarly, p.normal uses the property font style to say that it's a normal font. P italic uses font style italic. Now let's just scroll down the page a little bit to understand how they are used. Now you can see that H1 or heading 1 is rendered this way. H2 is rendered in this way. All paragraphs have pixels of the same size because it is already mentioned as 14 pixels. So this paragraph also is rendered as 14 pixels. Now you can see that with paragraph a class is applied as normal and a class is applied as italic, and whenever it is specified as italic it displays something like this. H1 again is being displayed with a bigger font as specified, and a class serif with p displays it in the class which is being specified and uses the same type fonts which is being specified in the font family for serif class. Similarly, for p with the class sans serif, it uses the font family with the class sans serif that is being specified and renders that particular value of the p with respect to that particular font. So this is how we are able to use the properties of font inside the CSS styling to specify how the text could be rendered differently, and we can create different classes, or we can say that a particular tag or an element has to be rendered in one particular way.